It's genuinely really cool to see that people are actually liking these videos. So I guess today we're going to be talking about the PlayStation. So this is a PlayStation 1 that I got from a local shop for about 45 bucks, which is pretty surprising. It's not in the most amazing cosmetic condition, but as far as I know, everything works just fine. Interestingly enough, this door is yellowed, but everything else is fine. So maybe this was like restored or something. Not really sure. Anyway, so up front, we got 2 controller ports and 2 memory card slots. The sides don't really have anything but ventilation. So pretty cool with the fin design though. And on the bottom, it actually has screws that aren't proprietary. Look at that, regular old Phillips head. And the back has pretty simple I/O too. There's this parallel port with the yellow door for some reason. And oddly enough, I can't seem to open it, so not really sure what it looks like under this. We got a serial I/O and AV multi-out and AC in. Interestingly enough, they use the same port as the PS2 for both of these, because I actually ended up using the PS2 AV multi-out and also the AC in. So really cool. On the top, we got the power button, the reset button, and the open button for the disk drive. Really nice that it still opens smoothly to this day. Oh, that's satisfying. You hear that? Very nice. And now let's move on to the peripherals. So this is the memory card. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the default storage amount for these were like 1 megabyte. I'm pretty sure it actually was. I remember seeing this picture going around on the internet where it was like a massive stack of these, like maybe 300 of these cards, and it's like, what, 64 megabytes? No, wait, no, this is actually bigger than usual because I believe the originals are 128 kilobytes. So, amazing. Yeah, so this is actually way larger than you usually get on these. Yeah, this is definitely third party. It feels very cheap and hollow. But I'm pretty sure this controller is original. Unfortunately, it's not a DualShock. It's just the regular old PS1 controller without the analog sticks. But yeah, this is actually how I remembered it. So let's plug this in. I should probably undo this. There was a point where I got every cable in my entire room and just tied them all up. Didn't really last because I didn't tie them back up when I put them away, so rip that. Anyway, plug it in, and there you go. But we're not done yet. Let's turn it around and plug in the back. So, like I said, you can kind of just use your PS2 AV multi-out, so just plug that straight in and it works just fine. Just make sure you plug it all the way in. Unfortunately, there's more like a square side and a rounded side. This is actually the charger from my PSP, if it'll focus, please. Thank you, autofocus, for not working. So they're both rounded, but luckily, this circle goes in the square hole. Last but not least, this is actually a CD player. And I got some cool CDs that I can show here. So one of them is actually, you know, this kind of feels blasphemous, but this is the Smash Brothers soundtrack for the 3DS and Wii U. Something I found in our closet because Retro just seems to have a lot of cool stuff. So there's that. There's also the Friday Night Funkin' Kickstarter CD, and the cool thing about this CD is that it actually has the awesome shiny black backs like the PS1 games used to have. So that's pretty cool. And last but not least, this album called 5 Years by a user named EmpathP. So the cool thing about this album is that it actually features a song that I made. It was a remix of Secret Garden from the Underfell AU. So yeah, cool stuff. Look at that right there. That's me. So yeah, we're gonna be listening to some of this on the PlayStation. All right, let's see if it starts up. Fantastic sound design. Unfortunately, because we don't have a disc inside, it cuts off, but we'll get to it. First things first, I'm going to be doing something cursed. Let's start off with the Smash soundtrack. It's going to load up.
Eventually.
Oh, here we go. I actually didn't expect it to have such good quality. Wow, that's really good. Even through like a crappy capture card that I bought for like, I don't even know, like 10 bucks. Sounds really good. All right, let's try a different CD. All right, we've had enough. Okay, one more thing. It's gonna be track 12. What? I'm dumb. 12. I made this song in 2016. With me, and you'll be the seventh maid in a row. My answer was laughter, soft as I lowered my head. I can't believe I still remember this. Okay. Well, anyway, that's that. So this thing can play CDs. Awesome. I actually didn't realize that I had a CD player this entire time because I had a bunch of CDs that I didn't think I could actually play. Anyway, so let's move on to the games. So as of right now, the only game I have is Pac-Man World for the PlayStation 1. And you'll get to actually see the full startup for the PlayStation. Shout out to Empathy P though. It's so cool to have my stuff on a CD. I just got goosebumps. Ah yes, the days of pre-rendered cutscenes. They don't look too bad if I'm being honest. I mean, this was made in what, 1999? It's actually 2 years younger than me. But yeah, this is one of the first games I've ever played, which is Pac-Man World. I still love this game to this day, and I was so excited when I saw that this game got a remake. I think it was maybe a year or two ago. It wasn't very long ago, that's for sure. But like, just the fact that this game got a remake makes me so happy. So this was the PlayStation 1. It shaped the childhoods of many people, and even my own to an extent. I was actually kind of a PlayStation kid growing up. I played the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, I loved the PSP, I'd love to do a video on that. But yeah, I mean, even without the analog sticks, it does feel a little wonky, but not terrible. You know, kind of weird, but in the remake, they put this continuation part over here, probably to like guide people through this maze so they don't completely skip it. I'd assume that a lot of people did when they first jumped into this game. But yeah, this was the PlayStation 1. It was a CD player, it was also a video game console, just amazing for its time.